Hi, it's Holly, and this is just a short video to introduce you to a really great tool that I use called the Emotional Freedom Technique, or EFT, sometimes also referred to as tapping. Okay, so the purpose of using tapping is to actually help us release stress from the body. Okay, and so the very first thing we do in tapping is actually just to check in how we're currently feeling and rate actually out of 10 how much stress I'm currently feeling in my body. So you can do that right now, and what we then do is utilize the tapping technique to reduce that level of stress in the body down to zero, hopefully, or a much lower number, just experiencing a shift of stress in the body. So tapping is a combination of modern psychology and ancient Eastern acupressure, acupuncture technique. So what we actually do is we tap on certain parts of the body, and as we tap on these parts of the body, they actually sends a relaxing signal to the amygdala, the fight or flight part of our brain. And what we are basically telling our body is that we can relax. And so as we think of and say statements that usually produce a negative or a stressful response in the body, as we tap on these points, actually what we do is start to reprogram ourselves to have a more relaxed, calm response to these thoughts or these statements, rather than the stress response that we had previously. Okay, and so obviously the more specific you can be, the more effective the tapping is. Now, I wanted you to understand overall what tapping is, but I also wanted to do a short demonstration such that you're familiar with it when we meet in person to do our tapping. So what we actually have is what we call a setup statement, and we tap on the side of the hand and we say this setup statement 3 times. So you've checked in to see how much stress you're feeling in your body right now. So for me, that's, it's pretty low at the moment. Let's say it's a 4. For some people it might be a 9 or a 10, and that's fine too. Okay, so as we tap on the side of the hand, we can say, even though I'm feeling all this stress in my body, and then you repeat that after me, I love and accept myself. Fantastic. So even though I'm feeling all this stress in my body, I love and accept myself. So we say this 3 times. Even though there is stress in my body about what's happening in my world right now, I love and accept myself. Okay? And then what we use then is a reminder statement. And as we use the reminder statement, we tap around the other tapping points. Okay, so let me introduce you to those. So we've got the top of the head, I feel stressed. The inner eyebrow, this stress in my body. The outer eyebrow, I would prefer to feel calm. Under the eye, but I'm feeling stressed. Under the nose, this stress in my back. Under the lid, this stress in my shoulders. And to the collarbone, there's so much uncertainty at the moment. Under the arm, and it makes me feel stressed. And then our final tapping point is the ribs, all this stress in my body. And so sometimes we do that, that round a number of times. But what I do now is get you to place your hands on your chest, and then we take 3 deep breaths in and out. So breathing in and breathing out. And again, breathing in and breathing out. One more breath in and breathing out. Just closing your eyes, just then rechecking in how you're feeling. You know, I know my stress levels are definitely down to a 0-1 now, just after that little bit of a tap, but just checking in for yourself, you know, if it's shifted for you, and that's what we'll do, and then work through a few rounds of tapping. The most common response I get is that people feel lighter from tapping, and I really hope that this is a tool that you can use to help you really pivot your day to, you know, where you're noticing that you're having stress, that you can actually use the tapping to relieve that stress, so you can shift your state of being and get on with your day from a whole new perspective. So I really look forward to working with you in a live session, but thank you very much for taking the time to introduce yourself to what is EFT. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.